YouTube, hello, it is I, your cult leader, your cult father, your cult daddy, Keronzi, back once again. We return once more after, 2 weeks, I think, at this point, nearly, to Final Fantasy XIV. Don't know what's going to be happening today. Well, I do kind of know what's happening today. We're meant to be doing The Rising, because that's about to end, and I haven't done any of it yet, and I have been told I must do it.
You must always do the Rising.
Apparently.
Every year.
Especially when it's in Limsa. Come to Limsa.
I start in Limsa, though I'm fairly certain I last logged myself out in DMCA land. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, if you're new here or returning viewer, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. Likes and comments go a very long way. It gets us through that dreaded algorithm. Leave those comments down below, so I'll respond to you in kind if you do leave me something. But this is a first-time playthrough, so if you are going to talk about any of the story plot points, just mark your comments at the start with spoilers so I can read it at my own discretion. There is the Lore Objects merch store, as well as my throne link if you want to help me out in other ways. There's also the Quell and Shardfall units in game, so if you're interested in doing some fitness and gaming crossed and blended together, click on that link below, get your $40 off of your purchase or equivalent, and for full transparency, one or the other, same difference really. I will get a small kickback if you do use my link. Not sure if Mr. Mox will be joining us today. But if he is, his link will be down below as well. So if you want to go and see some of the quality variety content that he puts out, click that link below. But YouTube, we're going to pause you very quickly while I get the game loaded up. And, well, we'll see you in a second.
I didn't think it was.
It's Yushin. It's not possible.
You found the new depths of Lalafell hate.
Ever deeper into the abyss of hatred of cute things.
All right, YouTube, we're back.
Most Lalas I don't actually find that cute. I mean, that might be sacrilege. You may end up with a lot of hate on YouTube for me saying that, Runzi. But
it's
just gotta put it out there.
I wouldn't worry. No one messages. No one watches the videos. It's fine.
Okay.
And if he was going to suffer the wrath of the Lala Mafia, they would have come for him a long time ago for all the hatred I have spewed.
Well, he is going into their territory by having to be in Limsa, so...
No, Uldar is their territory.
I know it is lore-wise, but... Yeah, the things I've seen like 30 Lalas in a Congo line running around Limsa before. Like,
no, they do Lala trains in most places. They literally will stomp across every major city and everywhere the players might gather. You get a fucking Lala swarm. You sit there.
We had that one mafia wedding that other time.
I mean, lots of people do lots of things. I'm just saying, when it's the Lalas, they will organise several hundred of them, and then I don't know if it's happened to anybody else, but I've certainly had DMs saying, "Hey, you should be a Lala and join us."
join the cult.
Well, I mean, Mox ended up in that Lala cult in his first time playing.
I'm just gonna say, like, I've only ever experienced, well, mostly experienced dodgy things in cities in Limsa. Gridania tends to be where the musicians are at and concerts, so it tends to be fairly chill. and Oldar just seems to be like people passing through, at least on my server. But Limsa is just like, yeah. If you want to do drugs without doing drugs, go to Limsa.
Damn it, Kuro. That's pretty fucking funny. I hear a group of lullas is called a stew.
It definitely isn't Shin's world, to the sound of it.
It's
We're
either a
taking the
stew or a salad.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
You can keep your stinking taties.
I should say, Shin, you're apparently first.
Well, I was. So, screw you. I was here before you today.
Yeah, surprisingly. Really? No.
Yeah, my first tree company, the one that kind of came together during beta, that was overrun by the Lulla cult. And like, I think it was about 80% of the players went Lulla.
That's unfortunate.
You've just reminded me, I think in the free company that I think it's the one that I'm in now, not the one I was in before. Somebody logged in one day to find the Lala cult, not affiliated with our free company, in the basement of our free company house. Just in there.
Yeah.
For like no apparent reason other than Lala cult stuff.
You need to watch out for that because they've been known to throw revolutions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
let's not. Where do I need to go? Is there any way I need to go to start this, or do I just go up to the... Huh?
Aft Castle.
Alright, it's just where I normally end up going. Just outside
Yeah.
the Shining Wench. Or the Drowning Wench.
Yeah. You go up as if you're going towards the metal guilds.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure your music's up.
My cut music is kind of up. Don't know how well it will come through the thing. I still need to adjust all of that stuff, but whatever. Hey, Kuro, how are we doing? How are we doing well? Oh, it's a voiced version of whatchamacallit.
That is the version that basically after the last absolute final patch of the original version of 14 basically just played. That was the only BGM.
Oh. You good? Good to hear, good to hear. So I gotta talk to the Wandering Minstrel, I assume?
Yep.
Yep.
Kick him in the nuts for me.
I have to say, different topic, but I'm currently in Labyrinth of the Ancients, at Crystal Tower, doing the Alliance Raid Roulette. My favourite part of this is that little ledge everybody jumps off, and the hearing of 24 players shattering ankles. It's the best sound
Apparently,
effect.
There are actually stairs to that.
Oh yeah, there are. Yeah, to the left and the right. But all you hear is just people jump over the ledge and you just hear shattering ankles.
The Wandering Minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebrations. Greetings, friend. By your dauntless bearing, I assume you're an adventurer, and come at precisely the moment I find myself in need of an adventurer's aid. Might I beg yours? Well, I'm standing here talking to you, so I don't have a choice in the matter now. My thanks! The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to imprint her own imitable mark upon the skies above Limsolomisa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate these rising nights. Learning of my contributions to the previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have an ear for the organization committee. However, Lady Aoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you.
So yeah, it is what I was kind of hoping.
What's that?
I've not done all of the Rising events, but I've done several previously.
Yeah.
Which have involved the Wandering Minstrel. I think they all do. So he greets me as an associate. He knows me. And he greets me as an old friend.
You don't know your little bro.
Whereas obviously he's looked at you, seen the little sprout, and been like, "New adventurer, who dis?"
That's some scrub.
He did the same thing to me.
Hey, Marks, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
Hey, Mox.
I know I sound very echoey right now. If you haven't heard Jin, I'm moving.
Yeah. Ronzi
Most of my home is all packed up. Today is probably the last day I'll be able to do anything. It's exciting.
For a
At
little
least
bit,
until
anyway.
next week.
Yeah.
So long as I can, as long as the internet provider can find me. Apparently, we don't exist, which is the same problem I had when I got internet the first time here.
Oh, fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Aoyo, one storied adventurer, as promised.
I mean, she looks about the right sort of size to put a string round and repeatedly hurl up and down.
Blessing of the 12 upon ye. The name's Aoyo, Cannoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. This is an honor, and to have you on board. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of those fair Lominson streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Skies above. I see what they did there. Just slip that in. Lady Aoyo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lasses of the Cannoneers whipped up a load of lovelies, little drakes, snakes, and devils for your Moonfire Fair, but more of the same ain't gonna cut it for the Rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite spectacular than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure, but it's... an admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's Rising one that the citizens of the realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of me mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set foot outside of Limsa in all me days, I don't reckon I best placed know what's going through the minds of the citizens of the fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who's journeyed far and wide across this land we love, who knows its it and its people intimately.
How
Ain't me.
intimately?
Ain't me. Yet, before we call upon your particular wisdoms, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? I could do a learning some of those thoughts myself. Right then. Where's the best place to start asking around? Some place with a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetherite Plaza, down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the after castle.
Now, you see, if it was me,
Yeah.
every year I would ensure that the fireworks display generally recreate an image of Bahamut. You know, just to terrify people.
Jesus.
You know,
Yeah.
or they could just bring along a summoner and have them literally summon a version of it.
We're trying to instill hope into people, Shin, not kill them with a heart attack.
They'll be hoping they live.
Dalamund is falling again! Run for the hills! You see them lights down Orca's alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the rising, me heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me, we came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley and ask a few likely looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't be asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do ye. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done.
Somebody please kill me now.
Uh-oh.
Later.
There is a player here who has named their potato Free-Ren Lala.
That's funny.
Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine morning? Information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the wheezing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire sprouts. And all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a version of loveliness and togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Alright, I was wondering why there was still an exclamation mark above his head. He just had another quest.
Yep.
The streets are full of life, the sky's full of fire, and the westerly winds filling our seafarers' sails as it does our hearts. Nah, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You're a sailor too, are you? Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lass. Aye, I have a few memories of back then, if you've an ear to hear 'em. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Radot's-Han when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky to that loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Remind you not only are the bads, but how we've got over them.
Yeah. You've just literally just run past the thing that makes me want to tear out my soul.
Oh, I see it, yeah. Can't you see them too, my love? Hmm? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I asked that is my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favour. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope he can see them from where he is. Then we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you. That you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can. That all of those who cannot be together in the rising might still share in its message. Alright there, anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Heh, would have thought a great hero like you would have had better things to do with your time. But I suppose that's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out whatever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swum up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all that crashing and banging's about? It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad that they're gone. But happy I'm not, and grateful to Balaron saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Alright, then I go over here. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So, what did you find out? Same here. Was half expecting them to just look at the pretty lights. But seems the feeling runs a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy in their hearts, but the rising fireworks got some way to lift in that way. So, any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing you'd reckon to uplift those spirits the most?
Illusionary Bahamut.
It's not there. I can't write my own answer either.
I still think they should go other than Bahamut. I think Bahamut's predictable. Do like a cute summon, like Moogle or Chocobo, and then have that destroy the world. Nobody would see that coming.
Nah, it's just an image of just a Louis Soir old man facing into light. Something that gives people hope for the future. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminding folk that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. The
And
rising.
so's Batman.
Yeah. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived, to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs this rising.
Yes. Brighter future.
Like apocalyptic fire bright.
Bees!
Oh, that'd be terrifying. Fireworks of thousands of bees in the sky, all casting final sting.
Blotting
On the
out the
planet.
sun.
Yeah.
Ships, cannon, a departing salute. Not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadon Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that?
Somebody with trauma and PTSD.
That sounds, that settled then. Ah, the minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'd be up by the after castle, right? I'll see you there.
I do wonder if that's pronounced aft castle or aft castle.
Leviosa.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm guessing where you lot are, it's probably aft castle. Up here, it'd be aft castle. I've only ever said aft castle. I haven't even considered that question. It's like Bath.
Bath or Bath.
Would you even say the T in castle?
No, castle. There you go.
The aft castle.
Aft castle. Mix both
Aft
together.
castle.
Piss both parties off.
No, that's like that actor's name. It's either Sean Bean or Sean Bourne. He can't have it both ways.
Hey, he is a Yorkshire treasure. I'll have nothing said about Sean Bean.
The one man to survive Silent Hill. Twice. That actually reminds me, Mark, you'll know more about this than any. In the games, is there anyone who does survive Silent Hill more than once?
Kind of.
Kind of.
In a sense, Heather Mason. So, in
Okay.
the first game, the entire plot revolved around her missing.
Hmm.
Now, she had a different name at the time, but there's reasons for that, and her name was Cheryl. And Harry spent his entire time trying to find her. Technically speaking, she kinda died, but she was reincarnated at the same time because she was like two different people, and now she's a third person. And then Silent Hill 3 happens, and then she gets her own adventure, but not with blackjack and hookers. Okay, actually, I can't say that about the hookers. There's technically hookers involved with it.
Maybe gambling just isn't shown because of, you know, licensing and
No,
laws.
no. If gambling was going to be a thing, and you bet your bottom dollar, it would be up in front. I mean, it's Konami we're talking about.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, because I mean they have I don't know how many pachinko machines over in Japan now, but I mean it isn't technically like one of the newer games that really got your goat, like essentially a gotcha game for it, and is gambling.
Yes, yes, it is. And to make me even more disappointed in everything, like, do you know the reason why Silent Hill 2 is being remade?
Money?
It's a movie tie-in game.
Oh, nice.
Are they making another Silent Hill movie then?
Based off Silent Hill 2.
Ugh.
So they decided to remake Silent Hill 2, which is why Silent Hill 2 remake is so different to the original, because they're trying to tie it into the fucking movie.
And it's going to have nothing to do with the first two movies that they done.
Well, of course it's not, because Silent Hill 2 has nothing to do with this exactly the Silent Hill mythos.
Yeah, wasn't it a very weird one that it just didn't have anything connecting? Because like 1 and 3 were
1
connected.
to 3 and 4 are all connected. Homecoming, it follows that on its own little path, but it is still connected to it, because 1 is about the cult, 3 is about the cult, 4 is a byproduct of the cult, 5 was a weird land deal that the cult made. And then, if I remember correctly, next is Downpour, which has nothing to do with the cult either. But it does have a lot to do with a really weird idea that Silent Hill isn't just a place made of evil magic or a place that is a mirror to yourself, but might also be like hell, like divine punishment kind of bullshit. Even for people who are not guilty of a crime.
Well, then it can't be hell. That's weird. That's a weird connotation to take.
Well, it's very strange because technically the main character you're playing as, Pendleton Murphy, I guess his name is actually Murphy Pendleton. I just say it backwards because that's how everyone else shows it. He is a criminal in the sense that he went on a joyride for stealing a police officer's car so he could get arrested intentionally, just so he could go to the same prison of a child killer who killed his child, so he could kill him. And in only like one of the endings does he actually kill the guy. In all the other ones, he doesn't do it. So he's not actually guilty of a great crime. So it's essentially like Silent Hill is giving him this immortal punishment almost for jaywalking.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
quite extreme.
It's stupid, and it gets even dumber. Because, like, the real person who's going through Silent Hill isn't even really you. It is, like, your correctional officer who was escorting you on the bus. Because in the process of you doing your thing that didn't really get anywhere, her dad died, and she blames you even though you aren't really the person to be blaming for that. And what's even worse is in the best ending, nothing was learned and the cycle continues. That's the best ending.
Well, it's the best ending for the game company because then they can keep the games going.
Yeah, except they haven't.
Yeah, because movies based on video games have done so well recently.
Technically, they have.
Well, apart from
Well,
immediate present day, the Borderlands flopped
I was
instantly.
gonna, I was
Oh
gonna say
god, yeah.
the Borderlands is not going well. Minecraft doesn't look like it's gonna do
Yeah,
well.
Minecraft is hated before it's been released.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Borderlands went to available on like streaming for rental. I think 2 weeks after cinema release. It did that
something like
badly.
that. All we can hope for is Sonic being good at Christmas.
It's probably gonna be good. The other Sonic movies have been pretty fantastic. If I'm
Oh
being
yeah.
honest. Now I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of like their weird spin-offs, like what also happened into it.
that's why they keep making.
Mhm.
Well, they're looking to constantly be making those game tie-in movies because Pokemon did well, or Detective Pikachu,
Detective
the Sonic,
Sonic,
Mario.
the Mario.
Yeah,
What else have we had recently?
But yeah, the ones from the franchises where you would expect them to make a good movie because the story is there, like Borderlands or like Warcraft from a while ago, they just didn't do a good job at all.
To be
Mhm.
honest, I like the Warcraft movie.
Oh, don't even get me started on actual move and tie-in things because I fucking hate pretty much all of the Resident Evil movies.
Okay.
the problem
Yeah.
seems to be if the game
Well-
has a decent story, then the movie is not going to be well received because they're never
Resident
gonna
Evil doesn't
recreate it.
have a decent story.
Yeah,
That's
I mean-
true.
I mean
Look at 6.
like with Warcraft. I mean, yeah, I'm with you, Ronzi. I kind of like I enjoyed the
If-
movie, but I
you
also
take it, if you take it out of the Warcraft setting, it's a decent movie. But if you hold it up to the Warcraft to the lore that is in
Yeah.
Warcraft, it does not hold up.
yeah. Well, that was I watched it with friends who had never played Warcraft, and they enjoyed it for a movie. But then,
Yeah.
as somebody who'd played Warcraft and knew the lore, I was like, they left so much out. They changed so much. Like, yeah. It actually left me more confused about the story than they were. Because I was like, that's not what happened. Like, what happens now then? Like,
Yeah.
how does this tie into the rest of it?
Yeah. What happens with Medivh? What is he doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing, Mox, as well with the Resident Evil ones is it very much depends on what you're talking about. If you talk about the live action ones, they were shite. They were not good. But the
The
animated
3D
ones
ones are okay. They are fun to watch. Their stories are stupid too. But like unfortunately they're Resident Evil stupid, meaning they're kinda
Yeah.
on brand.
Yeah. Like the the running in circles, shooting bullets with Leon and
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, that one guy.
All the things you do in the video game as a speedrun.
I mean, did you see me play Resident Evil 6? Running
No,
around punching things is what I did. Keronzi can attest to this.
And then when we were doing the Chris and Piers campaign, you wasted all of your ammo in the walking simulator.
I was trying to kill a reporter.
I'm invalid.
I mean, you quite literally just brought a man who lost his memory due to PTSD back into a war zone. Something was not gonna go right there.
So the live action movies of the Resident Evil games are bad. The
Oh.
live action TV show is worse.
I still have not watched that.
Don't.
I have still not watched that.
Do not. If you want, I will go and find my fucking Twitter review because I reviewed fucking every episode on Twitter.
I might. No, what I might do is I might just watch it just so I can then read your Twitter reviews.
It's so fucking bad. Like, there are some things that are actually cool about it, okay? Their explanation for why Wesker is alive makes sense. It's because he's not Wesker. He's a clone that Wesker made. Because Wesker made a bunch of clones of himself. And it's like, okay, you know what? They made
That's,
clones to make the tyrant people. I wouldn't be surprised if Wesker decided to clone himself because he's egotistical.
That kind of makes sense, and considering the lore behind the Wesker children itself, that also fits in with that.
Uh-huh. And even better, he's not exactly a good person even to his own clones. He's having them do research while he's going around with his paramilitary bullshit, right? So there's a scene where, like, you see all of the Wesker clones huddled together in a lab, and one of them makes a fucking mistake on something. It's just like, no, it's fine. The boss will never find out. Wesker walks in, and he's just like, I heard you fucked up. I heard you've made a mistake on company time. And he's like, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. He's right. You're right. It was an accident, and so was this. And he fucking kills the Wesker clone. And then the police raid the joint, and he goes and does, Wesker super speed kung fu bullshit on them, and then goes, do you know what? You weren't worth it, and he just leaves them, and they get collected by New Umbrella, and that's why the fucking Wesker people are where they are. It's like, you know what? That checks out. He just got tired of it.
Our intrepid...
Sorry. Yeah, do your thing.
No, go on.
No. It's really not important. Do your thing.
Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks, the both of you, but our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you got your loins good and griddled. Or gridded. Not griddled. That's something completely different.
Now you talk about Lala's griddling loins.
Ayayo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plan for the rising fireworks realized. Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up an old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire broadside into the sky. But before we go finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organization committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue, nor much experience nobbling with the higher-ups.
Higher-ups.
If you two see me struggling, put in a word, wouldn't you? Of course, milady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, my dearies. Thank you, my dears. Together, then, to the Coral Tower. God damn it. There we go. That's better. You know what? I'm going to just run it.
All I was gonna say is that all you need to know about the live-action Resident Evil show is that the main characters of these two girls are both awful. The main character herself is even worse. And you learn everything you really need to know about her when her idea of being an angsty, rebellious teenager was to openly tell everyone about her enjoyment of Zootopia porn. Yeah, straight up.
I
Like
don't
they're
see how
talking.
that's angsty or rebellious.
They're talking to like their realtor after having just moved into their new place in this umbrella controlled city, and they're like, there's so much you could do here. They've got kombucha on tap and all these other great things. And she just pipes up, yeah, well, I just spend most of my time hanging out in online and watching Zootopia porn. And there's this awkward silence between everybody and a very genuine, like, what? And
Yeah, I mean, that is a very what kind of thing.
the whole thing is so fucking stupid.
Just realized something I actually wanted to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do a
organize.
reference to actually Resident Evil 6, and it's kind of cool, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so this show is split between the past and the future, and the past is boring, and the future is also pretty boring, but at least has things going on. And so at one point, what the main character girl, all grown up, gets captured by a bunch of cultists, and they are sacrificing people to zombies for some reason. And she's stuck with an Umbrella agent operative who's been hounding her this entire time to reunite her with her family. Um, and they break out, and they're stuck basically in a big old, like, rusty labyrinth full of zombies. And this guy gets his hands on one of the Resident Evil weapons from Leon's campaign, that, like, bayoneted rifle he gets. And he just starts running around, and it's just like Mercenaries mode from RE6. He's stabbing things, doing kung fu moves, and shooting things stylishly. Like diving around and shit. And it's like, this is stupid, but like kind of fun.
You let Dante in here.
Uh-huh. What's even crazier is he is a fucking obese man. A giant obese nerd doing all of this.
Dear me. Last I had the privilege of meeting the Commodore was around the time of the Calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He's a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we then? Wanting to make the rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is keeping of the peace. Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbour, but it is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan?
I like that phrase, the commons.
The commons.
Well, you would, you southerners. Personally, I take incredible offense to that whole thing. And of course, the person's going to say no. Who gives a damn about the commons? La-di-da.
Tally-ho, what? Spiffing on
We don't want to upset the commons, no. We don't want them rabble-rousing near our soiree.
I do, Commander. Every Lominsian art, every Eorzean heart still bears the scars of the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the rising ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keeping them on the straight and narrow like, I reckon it's our duty to see them off on another year's journey too.
Okay, I just noticed the fact they've spelt the word straight there like a nautical term.
I'm not surprised.
They're a bunch of sea nerds.
I mean, technically, the phrase "straight and narrow" that is the nautical
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's a nautical term.
Who cares? We stole it from the nautical people and put it to the general commons. Power to the commons!
Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours?
Yeah, the commons.
Tax them! Tax them all!
Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from, the Black Sails.
The black sails. Now, don't take that out of context without the subtitles. Because, boy, are we going back to the 1500s there.
Of course. One is once to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Ayoyo would have us parley with the 3 great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was full in, fought and died at Cartonu, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell, and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. That means I've got to go to the missing member, doesn't it? I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations.
Somewhere nice and secluded away from the commons.
That's gonna be an entire thing, isn't it now?
It just became very classist.
Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less unbidable partners than Commodore Rayner did. While Roswan of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion,
Connection
Caravalian...
lost.
That's not good. Caravalian of the Kraken's Arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, because my tongue decides to tie itself in an half itch. Just say the first thing that comes to your heads, and I'll pick up after. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the Yankee Yard and get this parlay started. I'm not getting the party started.
I like the way they make the executioners sound like Klingons. Which does remind me of a meme I saw the other day.
And then
Meme.
Yeah.
while you're finding that, speaking of memes, you guys like the funny meme I posted about the healers?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
if you're doing anything but savage or extreme content, and you're having to do that as a healer, then you got a bad party.
Oh, like I said in response to that meme, I made the mistake of being healer the first week the Dawn Trail raids were released. I went in
Yeah.
as healer, and everybody was getting hit by everything.
Yep.
I saw a Dragoon get clotheslined about 13 times in one fight.
I remember. I think we discussed this on stream one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that I will never forget that moment. I mean, how many clotheslines you have to take to figure out how to avoid a clothesline? Then again, it is a floor tank we're talking about.
I was gonna say it's a Dragoon. What were you expecting?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
right back. I'm gonna get myself a drink of water.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, the Klingon meme is how to spice up your everyday language. And it takes the phrase, I love the smell of freshly cut grass, and changes it to, I revel in the scent of plant decapitation. Glory to you and your lawnmower.
I like that. The fireworks are already going on. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help you with the rise in fireworks. And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. This is a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Roswen's. Our time is precious, as I'm sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men. So useless there. So unless there is anything else. You want now what? Want rest? What? Blah blah blah. Boop 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 boop. Hey, Gray. I haven't gone too tongue-tied yet. What do you say? No profit. How sad it is that the great Carvelian should lose his nose for coin. You put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debts. Why? It is the perfect opportunity to forge deeper bond with Rosween. With a deeper bond with Rosween. Roswen. How are we doing, Gray?
Happy post-birthday, Gray.
I should, if you should require my men and I to shackle ourselves to the sirens, we should require even greater recompense. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city. Personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working hand in hand with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point. Poorly phrased though it might be, to win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image, and sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens?
Hang on. Did the captain of the all-female pirate crew just make a pegging reference?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Haven't we already made the joke about why it's called a peg leg?
Yep.
If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Don't you want to bring a joy to the masses? Cavalian's in. Don't you want to be together?
Do it. Say that one. Say the funny one.
This is gonna be interesting. What? Well, what are you trying to imply? I'd rather cut me ass off with a rusty cutlass than have to spend another minute in that preening pissant's company. Me and me girls are proper pirates. The Sanguine Sirens aren't all about the pirating life, though, are ye? Ye run almshouses for the sick and injured, and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs, such as come their way. Them's your hunters, and the folks who'll drawn to the city to see the grand display, your quarry. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they'll make a killing, providing they add all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend an hand myself. They do say the best way to a man's art is through his stomach. What of the executioners? There is no dishonour in linking arms with Admiral Marlweb and the Maelstrom, surely. You, Yellow Jacket. I want you to tell me one thing, and tell it true. This is Limsalomisa, the greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help. Yet you come here begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The Black Sails only came together because of the Cartonu. You could have upped anchors and sailed off into the sunset. But no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it is only right that those that lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, It's those with new beginnings already begun. And so it's all for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Astralasia. Send word when you're hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do.
Glory to you and your house.
Aye, aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartonu. That sent them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition. That's in your reminiscence of traumas past. You do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself, and pray do not force me to restrain you again. I never force you to do nothing. You keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never got them on our side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches of this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful, I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lass, and may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Cheap viewers? No, go away. Stupid bot. You did a great service, my friend, both to Lady Ayoyo and for all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be the same hours before preparation for the grand finale are complete. Perhaps we could wait together. Sure. Even though there's fireworks already going. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement. For all those who sail for unknown shores, pray lend me your ears. God damn it. Idling.
Oh, here you go. Here's your annual minstrel-induced hallucination.
I don't think this is Heidelin.
Well, it's the effect of the echo, so yeah, it's idling. Greetings, warrior of light. Boobies, indeed, Grey. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Noiki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude.
Yep, that's right. The game's director and producer himself.
God,
God.
actual
Yeah,
God.
the actual God. I don't like your mouth. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the long legacy we leave behind us, yet a lengthy history, need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventurers yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer. That is your legacy. That your legacy might grow even greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. It is almost time for the display to begin. To consummate to the consumption not only of our labor, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed and for those who sail into the unknown waters. Many adventurers yet await you, my friend. May the navigator breath ever fill your sails. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir of wind, of waves, of rope, of sails, of friends. Who, like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, sets sunlight sail for foreign lands, may fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore, asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish, that ever should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look upon the same sky together.
I think he's asking you on a date.
Yeah, in a very long time away. No.
He's a minstrel, you know. He's got a lot of other commitments.
Yeah, he's got a very packed schedule. A new lover every night. You've unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest in your room to play minigames. I had already unlocked that. I'd already got something in there, because I had the frickin'... Alright, see you later. Just, no. God damn it,
I don't think you
two.
liked our dancing.
Typical common.
Oh, you both. Oh, is there anything to do with the anchor yard here? Or is that the minigame they were just talking about?
That's just a little hangout with somebody if you want. It's optional.
Yeah, some little extra cutscenes. I mean, it's still showing up for me when I did them all, so...
Same.
A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard. Sure. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see... Oh. Yeah, look, I mean, they're out in force at the moment. Oh, I can see the head chef of the Bismarck. Interesting. Will he recognize me is the question. Oh, the Admiral. Ilya, this is a coincidence. Raina was just telling me of the role you played and put in the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts, and give them the strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the field of Cartano. The men and women of the Black Sails, chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsalomisa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business far too long already, and I must reunite with mind. I must offer my prayers to Limonel and be on my way. Fare you well, Ilya. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails.
So
So,
I've never really realised this before this year, but the way they set up the Rising, the whole story aspect of it and the celebration, it's very similar to the Japanese Obon festivals and rituals and similar.
true.
Were you laughing at the person in the yellow jacket, Mox?
Yeah,
They didn't seem impressed.
they did not seem impressed at all.
Well, well, well. I come to feel Limonel's breath on my face, only to find the faithless besom whispering in the ear of another. How you been keeping, Ilya? Hey, Langsanth. I hear we've got you to thank for the rise in display. A Yo-Yo's been singing your praises from Fisherman's Bottom to Coral's Tower. What? Surprised I know her? Lims is a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck. Whether it's to sup on the finest food and wine this side of the sea, or to clap the irons on those who have traipsed the casks a touch too thirstily. Suppose an adventurer like you might have noticed, always coming and going as you are, but stick around the city for a while and you'll see. The jackets ain't just axes for ire. They're true friends of the common folk. The commons again.
It's a very classist Rising.
It really is. A Yo-Yo was a retainer before the calamity struck, you know. A master had a thing for fireworks. Every time they come back from their wanderings, they'd load her down with an overweight of sprouts and spinners and pick up from God knows where. Day and night you'd see him down the market ward, beaming the sunny smiles of hers at every passerby, trying her damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon, but then Dalamond fell and she lost her master. Literally lost him. The way she tells it, it was as if the calamity burned a hole in her memory and they fell straight through. Couldn't remember their face, nor their name. But she never forgot the work. The amount of gunpowder that went through her hands over the years. She couldn't help but learning a bit about making things go bang. An apprenticeship with the Cannoneers later, she was a yellow jacket. So when I heard they're the ones that would be put in charge of the Rising display, I knew she'd be the first to volunteer. The Rising, the fireworks, they mean a lot to her. And as a friend, they mean a lot to me. So thank you. Oh, so would that then be hinting at a Yo-Yo basically having something to do with the Warriors of Light in 1.0?
Yeah.
Interesting. And one more.
Forgive my my little minion there. I've been waiting here a while.
It's fine. Alright, Baderon, what do you got to say to me? If it ain't me old pal Ilya. I'm here to beg the old bird for guidance too, are you? Somebody's, was it Sahobji said you add an and in this year's fireworks. I can't freaking read Vincent. And not a bad job you made of them either. You met Schwaldi's down in Orca's Alley, eh? No? I sent her to pick up some stock for the wench. But, do you know what she brought me back? Only a bottle of bleeding Bacchus. Paid for it out of her own pocket, she did. To thank me again for saving her life. Don't know why she's so hung up about it. The girl paid me back 100 times over with all her hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad accepting it. Like, but, well, a bottle of Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. Reckon it's you we should be thanking anyway for that marvelous display. All the ships in the harbour, the fire in the skies, it brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad. But every one of them well worth remembering. And we ain't done making them yet. You'll be off on your next adventure soon enough, I'll wager. Well, you can't rightly be striding out on an empty stomach, now can ye? Go to the wench, and we'll fill your belly.
This felt less like an interaction and more like an ad.
yeah, come eat at the drowning wench.
We'll fill your belly.
That wandering minstrel, is it the same one that's over in the Rising Stones? Is that a different minstrel?
Yes. He's a wandering minstrel.
He's the only one of his kind.
Oh, we should put him in the packet with the other minstrels then.
That's a chocolate joke that nobody outside the UK will probably get.
Do they not
You're
have
right.
There.
Galaxy
I
chocolate.
did. I have no idea what you're talking about.
If I ever
So-
come over, Mox, I'll bring some minstrels for you to try.
Imagine like M&Ms, but a little bit bigger, made with a slightly smoother chocolate.
They're the same company, aren't they?
Yeah, but Galaxy brand is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Mars, isn't it?
Is it bad? I'm trying to think. What is the most terrible American thing I can think of to have Ronzi try?
Hershey's chocolate.
No.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I've
No.
already had Hershey's. It's fine.
Makey meat Twinkies.
Have I had Twinkies? I may have had a Twinkie.
Well, I'm sure I could find somewhere around here that serves ham hocks.
I'm sure I've had ham hock as well.
Chowder?
Duh. Fuck off with that. Isn't chowder is
Jeez.
seafood, so I wouldn't
Ah,
have
chowder.
it.
Well, no, not necessarily. Chowder is just a type of soup. Most people think clam chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other month I made a potato and corn chowder, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was referencing clam chowder.
Yeah, wait, I knew that's what you were referencing, Shin.
See, I can't
Um,
have that. I'm allergic to seafood, or like shellfish specifically.
Yeah, same here, Mox, same here.
So, I knew a few folk from Boston area.
Mm.
And they often spoke about like a thick chowder in a bread bowl?
Yeah,
Okay, so that is a thing in other places in America.
that is absolutely a thing. Bread bowls are a pretty normal thing.
I had one of those in Wales.
I mean, I
Uh,
know they're not just an American thing. It's just I'd never.
I mean, would it not just be a giant Yorkshire pudding?
I
No, it's
fucking
basically a
it-
little loaf of bread that you hollow out and fill up.
yeah,
with.
and then fill whatever you want into it. Something that's amazing if you ever get the opportunity, or you can make it yourself. It's not that hard. Um, Chicken Alfredo in a bread bowl, fucking awesome.
Yeah, Rodsy, not everything outside of London has to be in a giant Yorkshire pudding, you know.
It's basically a sloppy sandwich.
Oh, speaking of that and giant Yorkshire puddings, I'm yet to try it, but for the past few years at Christmas markets up here, there are vendors who do a Christmas dinner wrap, and it's not like the supermarket like rubbish wraps, which is just a tortilla. It's basically a giant Yorkshire pudding, which you fill with roast meat, vegetables, and then wrap that up. So the wrap is the Yorkshire pudding, and it looks
Yeah.
amazing.
I have heard of those. I'm fairly certain Toby Carvery down here has that on the menu.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Good Toby Carvery.
Yeah, it's basically commercialized northern food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quantity over quality. I'll say that. Like you stack your plate like a mountain full, but it's you're not looking at like Michelin-starred stuff.
Yeah, true. Do we want to do some Tower of the Dead?
Could do, as we are all online.
It's an idea. However,
Mm.
I'm also wondering if we should try to get Ronzi further in the MSQ because I don't know if he's
Yes.
progressed in it for a month.
Nope, he has not.
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Like a month.
2 weeks ago, we did House of the Dead, or
It's true.
Alice of the Dead.
No, we've done that. We have done some. And besides, there's no point in doing it, because if I don't get to the point where you're left off, Mox, we're not going to be able to do anything for like 2 weeks.
It'll probably take you about about that long to get to it.
My thought, at the very least, was, because obviously you're not going to be streaming this week, on Thursday I'll play more of this on stream. Maybe, depending, because I think it should literally just be me and Trinky. I don't really know what Trinky's schedule's going to be, because back
Yeah, back in
in
school.
the schools.
Back being a teacher.
Yeah. I'll just progress forward, and I've got some time, because obviously, at the very least for this week, you won't have internet once you move. So I'll have time to catch up to that point, and I won't be waiting around for whenever you're able to get back online. Because, I mean, if they're having trouble finding you now, you know they're not going to be able to find you anytime soon.
No, they will. This isn't my first rodeo. This isn't even my second. The apartments here are just really hard to find.
Yeah.
I can't do that yet. Oh yeah, I finished out Paladin for as far as I can for the moment, and decided to pick up Red Mage. Funny enough, in the process of trying to pick up Red Mage, I did accidentally become something else.
Oh.
Reaper?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar starting area.
So you got a slight problem there, sir.
Yeah.
Let us know when you're... Do you need to be on the same server,
Yeah.
Smiley?
I believe so. I'm not overly sure, but I think so. I'm just loading across now. I'm in Phantom.
Okay, so who wants to do what?
Here's what I propose for now. Let's get this out of the way because I think we'll benefit from it. Why don't we do the duty finder stuff real quick? Figure with a full team of this, it should be easy. And then
True.
go and I guess do Palace of the Tower of the Dead or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan to everybody?
Yep.
Yep.
Who's doing what roles?
I would like to do Red Mage just to get more experience on it.
Okey-dokey. Would you like to
Um,
tank, or should I, Smiley?
Honestly, I'm not first. You can. Do you have something you want to level in particular? Because I've
Do
got.
either of you want to do healing? Because I don't mind stepping away from healing. Because I do have Dragoon I could play.
I mean, I've got something in every role that I'm like
Yeah.
I can swap to that I can level. So if you two just want to pick whatever job you want to play right now, like no obligations, no ties, and I'll fill. As long as I'm not doing both healing and tank, because you know, can only go so far.
You two chose at the same fucking time. Alright, looks like Hank then.
All right,
Yeah.
I will. I just pinged something. No, I used my razor. I was like, what?
What the hell does that sound?
So if I muted myself, I could explain what that sound was. It's a sound effect you can add to macros.
Hmm.
But I pressed the wrong button to get to my job swap hotbar. Okay,
Out of
Dorknet.
curiosity, Ronzi, do you have any macros? Because I don't.
Nope.
Cool. I'm glad we're both in that same boat.
I have
I-
plenty of macros.
I know
I believe
that
it.
Smiley sent me some for my healing, but I just haven't implemented them yet.
Yeah, that very quickly went out the window for Astro when they reworked the whole play card thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a nightmare trying to put macros back in for that.
I haven't even bothered. I might bother with the damage dealing one, but like the other two utility ones, I might just click target those.
Now, I'm still learning, so forgive me if I'm not exactly the greatest red mage right now. Someone didn't have the setting on.
I still haven't done it. Give me a break.
As long as you're not hard casting your 4-second spell, you're all good. Oh, I don't have Blackest Night, which means I can just pump all my mana into damage use.
God damn it, Mox.
What?
Maybe get squished.
It had to go somewhere where you were going to get extra hit.
Fine. I didn't die.
This time.
I'm trying.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Sick.
Any other duty finder stuff we can do?
Not with my character at the level that it's at, 42. I need like 8 more levels to get it up to like be able to do like the dungeons and trials and stuff.
Okay. I mean, if
Unless,
you want to...
and I mean, unless I was to go to one of my other 2 healing classes.
I was going to say, if you want to go to healing, I could go to damage.
Hey, Eskimox!
You are killable.
Hope you all well? Yeah, doing good, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well.
Well enough.
Alright. Which ones do you want to start with? Just go down the line?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where is it I can turn off the thing about the cutscenes?
Oh, that's within your settings. Is
Not
that
you-
system or character?
Duty settings. I think it's in character.
Yeah, character sounds correct.
Whereabouts?
Yeah.
Character
Charac-
configuration.
And then
general.
control general. And then cutscene skipping.
Skip playback of previously viewed scenario.
Previously viewed transportation and housing cutscenes. It'll
Does it
only
really matter for those?
yeah. If you haven't seen it before, you will see it, and if you have seen it before, you won't.
No, I'll leave the other one. The only one that really matters is scenario cutscenes, isn't it?
I just turned them all on.
That's the only one that will affect your sort of dungeon start and end.
Yeah. The other ones
I'll
I'm
be
fine with.
I'll be honest, I don't use transportation that much to even know if it has any impact on
Yeah.
load times or anything.
What, you mean you all just teleport around willy-nilly?
Yep,
Same.
pretty much.
Alright, well, let's go for a high level dungeon then.
Let's do it.
And may God have mercy on our souls.
No, Orin Vale.
Is it?
That was a joke.
Well, thankfully, thankfully it can't be on high level because Orenville was, I think, 44. So
Oh man,
we
I'm
avoid
so
it.
used to being the tank for this place. Okay. This is gonna be a little different. The last time I
Well-
was here, I was with a party. The healer literally dragged me around this place because he wanted to wall to wall.
Jesus. Am I healing? I'm healing Smiley. Okay. Dude, this has gone for
Come
a
on.
wall to wall, I see.
Yep.
Not quite. Not quite.
Oh my god.
I just gone for a corner to pull the wabbits.
Some kind of a... just ease me back into healing.
You mean wasn't how you were all taught to swim down south? Your parents didn't just take you to a lake and throw you in?
No,
And
I
say-
had actual lessons, thank you very much.
They throw you in and say, dinner's at 5, be home in time or you're not eating?
I mean, even if they did do that, you've got to understand that, you know, they wouldn't have had to break the ice to get us in. Because it's warm down here.
Yeah. In fact, I was only joking about this with my my dad the other day, because I know you're meant to be getting some bad rain down there, and it was my dad made the joke of the classic thing of like London shut down for a bit of rainfall. For people from up north, you're gonna need your big coat.
Tiny key.
Tiny key. Little baby key.
Why does and how does the bear have it? Is the question.
Why
He ate
doesn't the
it.
bear have it?
He was hungry.
What does the bear have in his pockets?
A smackerel of honey.
Filthy pigletses.
Jesus.
Has anyone of you seen the Winnie the Pooh horror film? I've not, but I've heard
No.
it's really bad.
It's so fucking awful. I haven't watched it, however, I did watch coverage of it.
I mean, they're bringing the sequel, aren't they?
They're making a Steamboat Willie.
No, they're making a sequel to the Pooh one as well.
Really?
Yeah, because like I think like Tigger is coming off of the IP as well.
God. I do dread to think. I have no idea what I'm doing with this job. I'm just pressing the buttons that light up.
That's pretty much what I'm doing over here too.
Are you getting your positionals correct though?
I was hoping you were not talking to me.
Luckily you don't have any bucks, I don't think. I don't think the melee combo has positionals on Red Mage.
No.
That'd be intense.
I'm not an adult movie star, so I know nothing about positionals. That's my
do-
excuse, and
Well,
I'm stupid.
Oh, Shin, did you set your glam up?
Sorry?
Did you set your glam up?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Alright, restart the dungeon. You're not doing this right. Shin's gotta go and change their clothes.
I'd need to go back to my own server to do it.
Oh no.
So I shall have to wait till next time.
We
Next
suffer
time.
for our passion.
So Smiley,
Yep.
when that wind blows and we all get frostbite debuff, does yours come up as big coat?
Mine comes up as barely cold.
Okay.
What are you complaining about?
I'm still wearing shorts.
Hey, I am still wearing shorts, I'll let you know.
I've still got shorts on as well. I'm like, yeah, but I can't see. What the fuck's going on?
I'm in sweatpants, pajamas.
I have no cooldowns. This is
Why?
fun.
Oh god.
I was 1 second off a cooldown.
Oh, dear.
That's not good.
This is falling apart.
It sure has. I'm gonna die.
Pulled a little bit too
All
much.
on you,
there.
Ronzi. All on. Oh, you suck, Ronzi. How did you not beat all of them?
Fuck off. Oh, my fault the tank pulled too much. Apparently my heal's done nothing to him.
Not enough belief in the heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards can only do so much.
Dude, I was explaining Yu-Gi-Oh things to my coworkers yesterday because one of them has decided he wanted to play online, and he's like, "What the fuck is a pendulum summon?" I was like, "Well, this is what this and this is and this is." I was like, "Do you know what link summoning is?" What the hell is that? I'm just trying to ritual summon. It's really sad.
Synchro, what now?
It was so sad.
I don't care.
Did he understand track cards at least?
Honestly, I don't think he does.
You don't need to understand the mechanics of the game if you just pull Exodia.
Yeah, but how are you
Apparently-
gonna pull Exodia if you don't know what you're doing?
Apparently, the
Because-
card description has gotten so long that they're now shortening things down. Like,
Yes,
they
yes,
shorten Graveyard down to GY.
Yep, yes, that is correct. This is all real.
You can win because screw the rules. I have money.
You have green hair?
Oh my god, what's with your hair? What's with his hair? Balls!
Balls.
Alright, get inside. I guess it's weird.
Whoops.
I like this boss better when he used to kick stuff into him.
You could do that?
They reworked this before. He used to summon those snowballs, and then the tank had to have him. No, he summoned bunnies, and the tank had to have the boss breathe on the bunnies to turn them into snowballs, and then he would cast a global ability that you had to kick the snowball into him to interrupt.
That seems like what a red mage do. Backflip away.
I was gonna say, just run away from my healing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just wait for the day when you backflip off an arena. Gotta happen.
Yeah.
It's a rite
A passage.
of passage for red mages and dragoons and bards. Like any reapers can do it also. Actually, anything with a movement ability, you're gonna launch yourself off an arena and die.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I don't want them.
Oh yeah, they're the ogres we were talking about earlier, which have the random WWE elbow drop things.
We're not doing this again, are we? We're not going up to our deaths.
Oh, I've got
No,
cooldowns this
no.
time. I made sure I've got cooldowns. You know that little hesitation on the run up here? That was me checking all my cooldowns.
Right, sure. Uh-huh. I believe you.
Dark Knights are so squishy without Blackest Night though. Like so squishy.
Oh, don't worry. I can give you every single one of my tarot cards. It's fine.
Yes, all the cards belong to me.
Marx is the one masquerading as a well, I mean, technically you are a caster.
I am a caster and a damage dealer. And I have been known
Are you
to dabble
trying
in
to
stabbing.
turn Smiley into Exodia by jumping all your cards on him?
Well, maybe. I mean, the last time we were in a dungeon and Smiley was a Dark Knight, you were playing Red Mage, and I think we had another caster with us. So technically he got the melee card as well, because, you know, he was the only melee in the party.
All your cards belong to us.
I think I'm doing this right. I'm still not 100% certain about that, honestly.
I mean, the kind of 101 is just for a single target, cast Jolt, and then cast either the black magic or the white magic, whichever's lower
Yeah, that's what
that
I've
you,
been
that you
doing.
need.
Because of, you know, the shorter casting time.
Yeah, and for the AoE rotation, it's the other way around. Your Thunder or Arrow is the shorter one, and then you cast
Impact.
or whatever it's
Scatter.
called before it ups. Yeah, before it upgrades.
Gotcha.
And then you need 50 of each for the single target melee and 60 for AoE.
What the hell happened
I don't-
there?
I don't think I have AoE.
I don't think you do either. At this stage.
No. Because
Well,
soon
like I said,
enough, you'll be the res machine of the group.
It's true. I am aware of that.
Level
Swift cast, dual cast, res.
level 70, isn't it?
64, I think, for res.
Yeah.
I like your funny words.
Oh, Fenrir, I think I remember the mechanic for this one.
Yeah, hide behind the icicle.
And move like 15 seconds before it explodes.
Okay.
So this is a level 50 duty. And this guy's got an ability called Heaven's Ward Roar.
Yeah.
You think they knew about it when they brought this guy out?
Yeah.
Maybe. Shit.
I mean, this is the dungeon where you go through before you fight Shiva. So, yeah, you already well into
The build-up.
yeah.
Oh. Don't you look at me, you bastard. Yeah, I've just taken to the standing right at the back of the arena, Mock, so I don't get caught. I went on Shin!
I moved too soon.
I got it.
Yeah, that was hell of a false start there.
Starstorm.
Oh, the level 3 red mage limit break is oppressive.
Yeah,
like-
that is-
It requires sunglasses.
Nice. Congratulations, you got antique pants.
I did.
that just always reminds me of Dragon Age Inquisition.
I haven't played that in so goddamn long.
The mission where you meet Sira.
I vaguely remember that being in like a town setting thing.
Yeah. So basically, she goes, right, I'm gonna go check out the barracks. And then she comes back and she's like, I've checked the barracks, they have no breaches. And then when the guards finally do come out, none of them are wearing trousers. And she's giggling to herself, they got no breaches.
We doing trials next?
Sure.
Yeah, can do. We're gonna have
Concerning.
4 other people.
Fun.
Sure.
Careful,
Yeah,
the
that's-
god of magic is staring at you, Keronzi. I think they were gonna cast something on you.
I gotta wait in time.
Eh? What?
What?
Is this like Super Efreet or something?
Efreet hard.
You for it hard.
Not Efreet Extreme.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, if it was extreme, I would suddenly disconnect.
I don't have the extremes unlocked, so it's fine.
I think
Could
I
you
do.
even... Can you roll into the extremes in roulette?
I don't know.
No. No, you can't. Not even on the later ones where there's no hard mode, there's only normal and extreme. The extremes are not in the roulettes.
Smiley, is there a reason you're not using tank stance?
He's not main tank.
Because the other tank is tanking it.
Fair point.
You have 2 tank things.
Yeah, 2 tank things. Whoever puts their stance on first, they get the honor of tanking the boss. And I'm not going to fight him for aggro, because with him in a paladin, I will aggro him with my DPS. So... just let him do
Snails.
it. Snails!
Right, nails.
Is someone taking his coat?
You're lying.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Uh-oh. Was not expecting a need for it to jump in my face.
I don't like this boss, and only for one reason. That Vulcan burst ability is the most annoying thing.
Fuck.
The AoE
Oh,
knockback.
fuck.
The,
Not
the
again.
AoE knockback, yeah.
You okay, Mox?
I'm perfectly fine. He just
Oh.
put all of those on.
He's
Uh-oh.
gonna dash.
Ow, that hurt.
Oh, we have a level 3 limit break.
I'm gonna do it.
So you're firing your laser.
I got interrupted. Oh, someone else pulled it up before me.
That would be me.
Uh-oh.
My first Viper limit break.
Yeah, you go spinny. Spinny, spinny.
It's a hell of a treasure coffer.
Sure.
Beyonce, no. Well, that was certainly exciting.
Was that your first time doing Ifrit hard?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
just doesn't really come up very often.
Yeah.
The Ifrit samurai sword looks cool.
I do.
Do we want to do one of the main scenario?
Yeah.
It will take some time.
Unless we get ultimate weapon.
It's usually ultimate in my experience.
There's 4 of us, so...
But
In that
look,
case, then, can I take a quick bathroom break?
That's fine, I'll wait to grab a drink myself, so...
Okay.
I was gonna say, look at you, Mox,
YouTube.
because in my experience, it's Praetorium. Sorry.
I mean, there's 4 of us, so it could literally be any of them. But YouTube will pause you just a moment, and we'll be back in about a second. Alright, YouTube, we're back. So, we're doing the main scenario.
Yeah.
Now let's see what we're gonna get. Praetorian or Ultima?
It could be I had really Castra Meridian, the first one, but I almost always get Prey. Yes!
How much did you two bet?
Lock in for 45 minutes, people.
I should have fucking done a poll.
Yeah.
Alright, we can't skip the cutscenes even though we're a full
Nope.
party.
Yeah.
No,
And even though we've all seen it, I mean, God knows how many times the skip previously seen cutscenes doesn't work.
I've only seen it the
this
once.
the once.
You've only seen this? Oh, Lord.
Genuinely, every time I do this, I get Ultima Weapon.
I had when I was playing this almost every day, well, pretty much every day, doing roulettes every day, I think my streak was 9 days of Prey in a row. And I know people have had it worse than that.
Oh my
12.
god.
Well, I can go full old man on you guys.
You're going to bring up the
Yeah.
old versions of this.
Used to run this exclusively.
When
The
it used to run into Ultimate Weapon as well.
The old version where it was basically the 3 of the dungeons combined. No, it wasn't. No, it was. But yeah, it was like 3 times longer, and you had the ultimate weapon at the end. And they used to be skippable.
Why did they make them not skippable?
Because everybody else would skip them, and any new first-time player was basically forced out of cutscenes or denied the ability to see the story because everybody else would skip it because they'd seen it 100 times.
It's like what happens now in Alliance raids, because those are skippable, and nobody waits for new players, even when people ask them to wait for new players.
Oh fuck!
That's a load of bullshit. So that means like doing like the Alexander and everything like that is going to suck.
Well, if you get a bad group, yeah. I mean, usually people... Well, no, Alexander's alright, actually. Because it's one fight, you can't start the fight until everybody's loaded in. Like, you're locked into the circle, but... So for trials and those type of raids, you're okay. Oh no, in fact, no, for certain Alexanders, you will be screwed. Because there's trash before them. It's not just a boss fight. So yeah, you might have that problem.
Yeah. And because this is main scenario, it was so bad that the solution they came up with was like, nobody gets to skip these cutscenes. You all get to see.
Jesus Christ, sir.
We're not too far.
Holy fuck! The artillery barrages are targeting me!
Yeah, the RNG. This is a fight I hate as a black mage, this bit here. Gotta
I can
move
see
on.
why!
It's not fun as any caster, but Black Mage especially because, you know, suck it, Black Mage.
Black mage,
Especially
you're a
back-
black mage. You can't have fun.
Back in the day when one of the fire ones was it a 3.5 second cast rather than 2.5? It was like it was more than the global cooldown.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have flares still more than the global cooldown, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember when being able to figuring out how to triple cast flare was still something most people hadn't worked out.
Sounds ridiculous.
It really was. Before they locked aggro down as much as they have now, you had to make sure that your tank knew what the hell they were doing.
You know, I don't remember all of you being here for this cutscene like this. I distinctly remember having daggers.
I didn't remember having a deck of cards.
Something's going on with the timeline.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
No.
There's a black cat.
Look,
Technically,
Unless-
like
unless you guys need me to flashy thing you again, just stop asking questions.
It's weird. Every time I hang out with Shin, I suddenly black out for a week.
Hey, that's just the
That's-
alcohol.
I was gonna say, that's all the heavy drinking you're doing.
You can't hear it, but I am mashing every button on my controller. It's
Can
getting
we
me
actually-
nowhere.
it's
Can we-
futile.
I was gonna say, can we actually skip the dialogue
The scene
boxes? I
cannot
don't
be
think we can.
skipped.
No, you can't do anything. All you have to do is sit and memorize Gaius's speech.
I don't want.
Because that's all everybody ever does, and then they
I'm
quote it in the chat.
Going to Twitter.
You know yours, yeah.
They
That's very glib.
They really should have redone these so that they were all voiced by the characters. Especially as we can't skip them.
problem being is that it would probably cost them a lot to get the voice actors who voice those characters at this part of the game.
No, fuck it. Just 2 of the new ones. Just really give people whiplash. Suddenly different voices.
Just get people from the community to submit their best like Gaius impression, and just randomize that.
Did any of you guys watch that? If the final boss is Gen Z video that I put up.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah.
I can't 100% remember.
Yeah, the Gaius voice on that is spot on.
Why am I at the front? I'm the healer.
Yeah.
Sid,
no, you tank now.
Sid, you're a non-combatant. Why are you at the front?
He's your co-tank.
He's got that Manderville hammer style that everyone wants.
He's my huff tank. If only.
Only a couple of people get to use it, and Sid's one of them.
So this might be a little spoilery, but I'm going to give it with absolutely no context whatsoever. There is a point in the game, much later on for you guys, where you do actually get to do a duty and play as Godbert.
Huh.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you got that to look forward to. If that's,
So
nothing
what?
else is going to make Ronzi do MSQ, then, maybe that might.
Well, no. What will make me do MSQ is being able to get a Rathalos mount. What are you talking about? But I mean, so what? They put in your ability to play as Godburst. You get the giant hammer, but they refuse to put the class into the game itself.
Godbert is a goldsmith. Just we haven't reached the right level to unlock those abilities. I think they're probably like level 200 or something.
Oh, wow, they gave the hammer to the Pictomancer.
That's a Roger Rabbit.
Unless that's a Pictomancer actually drawing their perspective of Godbert hitting something with a hammer.
It's expressionism in its most deadliest form.
Premium Bob Ross.
Which is why one of their big attacks is a Moogle.
Yay!
Bob Ross at home.
I love Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, you get playable Moogles in that, don't you?
Uh-huh. It's also referring to our magic check armor.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it was like a double reference.
I gotta hit you on multiple levels. 1-2 punch.
Yeah, so you can probably tell how much I've done Prey by the fact that I can do this with my eyes closed. I am cursed to forever know. Also, these little spots with the arms, like if you stand right across to the far side of them, they don't do their sweep knockback. So you can be like super motoring, get a bit of a head start. I know all the Prey secrets, just not the important one of how to skip the cutscenes.
The most important.
Apparently, cutscenes are somewhat shorter in certain localizations.
I don't think we're
That-
enough.
Is that because of text box or language? like differences.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like speed runs like are done in different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm normally out of cutscenes faster than most people because I'm running this on a SSD.
Trying to think games, speedrunning games that I watch that they run in Japanese.
Silent Hill, I believe, is one of them.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, I think, is done in it. I think
Undertale.
most of the Castlevanias are run in Japanese.
Yes, because the dialogue is faster.
That and disconnecting, reconnecting in the middle of the cutscene can sometimes skip you through it. But with the server queues at the moment, it's not going to help you.
I had it at one point that it was down to like I was third in the queue to get on.
Yeah, but the fact that there is a server queue.
That's true.
I don't think I've ever logged into this game and not been in a server queue. Yeah, it might have been like really low, but there's always a queue.
No, the alternative is I play this at a time when it's like 4 in the fucking morning for you guys. Because I'm over here in America playing on a European server.
Yeah.
Fair.
This does mean, though, when I'm trying to do duties at that time, oh, there's like a 25-minute wait.
That sounds about average for a DPS queue anyway.
Yeah,
I was running it as a tank at the time. I was doing Paladin.
have you had the realization that they give up after a 30-minute expected queue? It just says more than 30 minutes, and, and that's what they leave it at.
I have, and I went, fuck this, and then I just log out of that and then just figure something else out. Usually fate grinding.
Hey, Nero.
Oh, hey, Nero. We saw you at that Crystal Tower.
This is when his estranged boyfriend finds out he's still around.
Yeah, people sure do like to talk about this strange whatever the fuck thing that him and Sid have going on.
Yeah,
Described usually exactly in that manner.
they're just roommates.
A bro rivalry.
They were roommates.
And they were roommates.
A bro rivalry, if you would.
Yeah.
I should try and plan it. That reminds me of a bro thing. I really want to get somehow me, you, Snoo, and Trinky to play Bro Force 1 4th of July.
Yeah, I'll be down for it. Broforce is great.
Bro Force is amazing. It's great for America Day.
America! Fuck yeah!
Scan! Please! Ah!
I wonder if I hit escape, it'll turn up and say, you cannot skip.
It does, I think.
Really?
It says this
Yeah.
scene cannot be skipped.
Yeah, awesome.
And then it adds a second onto the cutscene time in the background. You just don't know.
No!
Quick, everyone
Slows
spam
text
escape.
speed down.
It's not working.
And then Nero just casually leaving hammers in the ceiling to call down whenever he wants.
He's looking up there to check it right now.
He do not want this guy to do my interior decoration. That's like a health and safety hazard.
I mean, be honest with you, if he can install hammer space, then maybe that's a good thing.
Does time not flow in hammer space?
According to D&D, you do, but you only have like a couple minutes of air. I love how there's such intense ruling on putting somebody into something like a bag of holding.
That's because you know people have abused it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
In
Oh,
fact,
yeah.
my roommate and good friend Chalk abused it in a fight in campaign that we streamed, where he went into the ocean, opened up his bag and filled it with ocean water, went into a boat and then turned his bag inside out, dumping the contents of the ocean inside of the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that.
Fucking creative as hell. A giant logistical nightmare for me, the DM, though. Just decided that the boat bounced into the sky and then crashed and then began sinking rapidly.
And obviously never put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding.
No. That's how you die.
That's how you tear a hole in real space.
I thought that was the trick to preventing the heat death of the universe.
Malks.
Yeah. What?
He's evoking caster privileges.
Hey, to be honest, that's fair.
You know, like, black mages don't move.
I've been
They just
targeted. I've been talking about Deathclaw.
That's nice.
I'm evoking tank privilege on that one. Alright, got it.
Got it.
Can't buy the DPS these days, you know.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll kite it.
It's dead. You don't need to kite shit.
Oh, wait, no, that's actually getting close, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just use Shortcast if you want to. Not get a knockback.
That is true, but that actually means I actually have to look where I put Shorecast.
C5 for you. Whatever that is. Control on 5.
Control 5.
I didn't send myself out of the arena this time.
This one's not instant death, Mark, so
Oh,
you're
shit.
fine.
Help!
Really?
Death
You want help,
Claw!
do you?
He's gonna send you out of the arena if he gets close.
Oh, he's dead. However, I might be too.
Oh,
I
you got
barely
out just in
avoided that.
time. I was very tempted to just hit my set rescue then for you.
Yeet me.
I'll drag you.
Right into the... I mean, that's how most people use rescue anyway.
And
Yeah,
then it's just drop people into pits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yay, we done it. And I leveled up. I really like how my collar obscures my face sometimes. Like, you can just see my eyes. That's it. It's pretty cool.
I was thinking of changing up my hairstyle, but it would have covered up one of my eyes, and it would be no point then to me of choosing heterochromia because you can't see it. But to be honest, you can't really see the heterochromia because I've got the glow light on my
You
eyes.
can really see mine because only my heterochromia eye, the pink one, that one is glowing. The other one's normal.
Fair enough. I thought both of them had to be turned on. Not, I mean, it doesn't matter. I prefer the glow being on both.
All that's left is destroy ultimate weapon. Wow.
Miley, does your character have different coloured eyes?
Yep.
Then we all do. Okay.
Heterochromia, bros.
I
Yes,
love
but do you,
heterochromia.
yes, but do you have the funny colored eyes in real life?
No,
No.
See, that's where I stand out because I
I'm
do.
running the wrong way.
Oh, you have heterochromia.
You
Nice.
I do. I have two colors in my eyes. So much so that it was a big thing for Gray doing everything in their power to somehow get a photo of my
Yes.
goddamn eyeballs.
Yes, I remember that. We've actually got talking.
I love how I'm just here with Ronzi. There's no one else.
I think they're out of shot.
Nope, no, we just summoned the boss and left you here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
No, we've done this plenty of times. You two got it.
Yeah, it's like Monty. It's like Monty
Yeah.
Python and the Spanish Inquisition. We just stood waiting for Gaius to appear. Like we
Funny
know,
enough,
it's like we know you're coming, Gaius. Just come on now.
we had to do that before, actually. With me as a ninja and him as a healer. We were fighting the giant fucking crab out there in Limsa. And I had to tank it as a ninja. We did it!
We done it.
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
I fight for my
Do you
friends.
believe in Eorzea?
Yeah, I mean, there are some times when one of my eyes is red and the other one is blue, but that's generally not a good thing.
Its city
Not in this game. Not in this game at
No,
all.
in real life.
No, in
Oh,
real life.
really? That's still not a good thing, you're right.
It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind.
Guy has such a long-winded way of
Is it
saying,
not?
I think I'm better than you.
Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I
Well, he's been taking lessons from the English upper class.
If you truly believe they're your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so
I'm
well
that
years
class.
ago and
I'm a gunbreaker.
He's not a gunbreaker.
they
Look at that weapon on his back.
so long as you lavish them with crystals and
Oh,
gorge them on
you should remember from your gunbreaker
your gods
opening
different
quests.
from those of the
Yeah,
beasts.
yeah.
Icons, every one. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea
These
Oh.
guys slapped a
dry.
barrel and a blade together.
Nor is this unknown to your master.
But I still want
The question
the gun shield that the big guy had and the fist weapons that the lady at the end of Castra Meridian has as a weapon option.
The gun shield is cool.
They would be cool to have, but they'll never be in the game, unfortunately.
I mean, loads of people want Guardians as a playable race. And it's like, you couldn't really do that, because then you'd have to be locked out of almost all the classes. Anything that uses any kind of magic, you wouldn't be able to play.
You can only be a machinist.
Not to be that guy, but RPGs have done that before, where even
Oh,
the
yeah.
class of the race that doesn't allow them to do magic still gets to do magic. They just bullshit it.
I'm sure they could find a way to do it. But
I mean, wasn't that the entire thing in 11 as well? Like, you had to be certain classes to be certain... Or you had to be certain
No.
races to be certain... You could do any on all of them, but they actually heavily leaned into their buffs
Yeah.
on their classes.
yeah, the race stats predispositioned you towards particular classes.
Like, you were to
mixed
be a
feelings.
caster, you had to be a potato.
That was the most optimal for casting. Yeah.
I know WoW did that when it first came out, and then very quickly reversed that decision.
Like, as a
Yeah.
D&D player, I think race bonuses to differentiate things is wonderful. For a video game like this, it's a bad idea.
Oh yeah, like for pen and paper, like it makes things more thematic.
It works for Baldur's Gate, it doesn't work for something like this.
No, yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of why they ended up like doing the Tasha's Cauldron, really, wasn't it? Was it Tasha's Cauldron? They changed up how the racial bonuses kind of work, right?
They are constantly changing it. They're doing a new errata to it right now, actually, as we're speaking. And there are some things with it that are cool, and there are some things that are bad with it. And in fact, I would say that generally everything that's coming out for it is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Of course.
Ah, Shin doesn't know the timing. Rookie. Rookie.
Like, just because you've run this hundreds upon hundreds of times.
Rookie.
I guess I'll finish on my combo.
Yep. Don't look at me, Gaius. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I've got a... Oh, we've all got a thing over our heads. So of course you would be out of range of my healing. Ow.
You want to use the limit break on this Phantom, you can
Okay.
just get it killed.
Starstorm.
Because Gaius will be pretty much dead.
Yay.
I actually leveled up.
Nice.
We done it. Wow, look at all of these tone stones that are going to be gone here in like 11 hours.
No, that's just the weekly reset, isn't it?
Yeah.
On your the amount you can acquire. Do we want to do one of the alliance raids then?
Why not?
It's the last one. It's the last one in the list.
Get it all done.
Can do for me.
Yeah.
Crystal
Yeah.
Tower, here we come.
Crystal Tower.
We end up with the. Oh no, we wouldn't. We wouldn't get the Void Ark. It's only
No.
going to be the Crystal Tower.
It's only Crystal Tower.
But what level of Crystal Tower? Will it be the first, second, third? I would be in the darkness.
I bet
It's
it will
not-
be bloody World of Darkness.
It's not gonna be the coils, unfortunately.
It's not an alliance raid.
No, I know.
I think out of the three, I actually prefer World of Darkness.
I kind of prefer the second one. But I think that's because I've done the other two probably as many times as I've done the main scenario stuff.
Did you do the second one like the day after Dawn Trail was released when they broke the Amon fight?
Eh?
No, I heard about it. and
Oh,
was like,
I did it and I got, we wiped. Like, well, we didn't wipe actually, because somehow a couple of people survived and managed to finish him off. But it was like panic central. Like, he
Shin,
cast.
you have a friendly seagull.
yes, we are by the sea.
Holy fuck. Right, the number of people in this are freaking me out. Okay, how do we know which team we're on again?
It says up in
Can you
the
tell us?
party.
Yeah, but only once everyone's loaded in.
And it's
It's World of Darkness. Yeah, let's go. I don't think I've ever tanked this.
Oh, well.
Hey, Ronzi, it's your opportunity to get that minion again.
Yeah. Will be.
Oh, that means we're going in the belly. B for belly.
I don't think people really do that much anymore.
So they do. Oh, they do. And they get very angry when it doesn't happen. because nobody actually wants to go in the belly. So they blame Team B.
How do you get eaten again?
You have to get minimized by the by standing in the spit, and then you go and stand in the other spit, and then he eats you. You get like immobilized and he eats you. If you don't get minimized first, he literally eats you and you die.
You know, I'm
You
just
need
gonna
to be
follow
ice
you.
ice.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, Shin?
I don't even know what I died to.
He cleaved like the second after he did that AoE, so I'd run out of the AoE, and then before I could turn him back, he just cleaved instantly, and that's what hit everybody.
I did res you, Shin.
I know.
Did you ignore my res?
Yeah.
Did the other tanks just not have their stance on? I used one ability and immediately got aggro. Like, I
Forget
just
about-
threw unmend and the boss just turned and slapped me. Yeah, this guy has a cleave, Mr. Flair. Don't stand like... Yeah, I've got him pointed in a weird way.
I mean, we had that one time running these the first time around. The other tanks just weren't in their tank stance, right, Shin?
Yeah.
It happens an awful lot, unfortunately. I don't quite get it.
Don't we have to stand on something here?
If you get doomed, you have to stand on the glowing thing, but otherwise, avoid the square that's glowing once you've killed the hourglasses. And avoid the laser. So don't look at the boss now. Turn away. If you have doom, go stand on the glowing thing.
I avoided it.
Do I have to?
I am dying, however.
Yeah, no, I got it.
And somebody was stood with me and they died.
Tragic.
Well, that
Yes,
is on
get the other one, like the other brand, if you don't want to take a lot of damage when he does that. So you have to remember if you stood in red or blue before.
I don't use this.
I'm firing my lasers.
You say no rezzing the other red mage?
Turn away. That's the second time Lucy has stood next to me and died. Does she not get that I'm an introvert? I don't want people around me.
That's why you're playing the emo class.
Is that?
Yes. No hugs, please. And just kill the boss.
Do it. This way. I think I'm in A.
No.
No, you're in B.
No, you with us in B.
Our dancer is slacking. No peloton.
We don't have a dancer. That might answer your question, Shin. we don't have any physical ranged.
Isn't that a...
We have a ninja, a black
That's a
mage, and two red
samurai.
mages.
Where's the ninja?
Forgetting what the dancer icon is.
It's like a
It-
fan.
It's like an arse with a butt plug in it.
Someone out there's gonna be offended by that.
Good.
They're only offended because their arse doesn't have a butt plug in it.
True.
Jealous.
True.
Standing next to an archer.
So I think I'm just standing next to the melee DPS.
I'm just pressing buttons.
Is this where we get eaten?
No, no. This is the dragon. That's the dog that we get eaten on.
This has 5 heads. We get eaten by 3.
Yeah.
He ain't got that 4 head, they got that 5 head.
5
You
head.
do be
Apply
having that
directly to
5
the
head.
forehead. 5 head. Apply directly to the forehead.
That's fun. need to do anything to that little dragon?
Kill it.
No, you can't kill the little dragon, but you can swap around who it chases after by, like, I think running into the person. Like,
Oh, so playing tag.
yeah.
Ow.
Interrupted.
I've been
No.
frozen.
I'm silent.
Gross.
We didn't kill the slime.
What?
Yeah, the frost patches grow. So yeah, that's probably why it caught you. Because they don't stay where they say they're gonna be. Get away from the guy with the big icon on his head. That yellow thing.
Hmm.
Or else you get yeeted.
I thought I was far enough away.
A light
wrong.
eating never hurt anyone.
Have we had a lot of deaths? Because I'm not really paying attention to the rest of the party, but I just looked up and there's like 4 people with a debuff that looks like weakness.
No, so that's the Vuln up. They got hit by the yeet.
If I don't want to die, please.
No, we haven't had that. But in fact, I think in our party, Shin, you're the only person that's died so far this run.
Good.
Yep.
I like being unique.
And the ones in A are the ones that have had 2 deaths, I believe. In that last boss fight, that 2 people died twice.
Yeah, Lucy, the tank in A, died twice on the eyeball lasers. First boss.
It's on the balls.
Balls.
We take the middle pad here.
Got it.
Okie dokie.
VRB.
And then somebody's going to start it. Yeah, there we go. Get away from the person targeted for the suck, or else you'll get eaten, and then get away from the person targeted by the blow, or else you'll get knocked off. And then when he does his shockwave, try to be as close to the middle as you can. That son of a bitch ran behind me. Cool. And then anyone on top, stand on the glowing platform to activate the jump pad.
Gotcha.
And
Ah,
hopefully,
shit.
yeah,
Got knocked off.
yeah. We don't have a jump pad. There we go.
I don't
I
know if we
think.
wanted that.
Oh, we only have one healer here, I think. I think our other healer went to a different jump pad.
What might have happened is if they're not... What happens with these things, if the person's not in the area when the timer expires, you know that, like, do you want to teleport to the zone? It puts you with
Yeah.
Group A. Like, regardless of what
Oh.
group you're in,
Oh.
you always get sent to Group A.
Oh,
Did we do it?
We did
Yep.
it, yes.
yeah, we cleared it somehow.
And if this is Doggo, which it is, then this is the one I am not tanking. This is a boss you don't stand behind. No
Okay.
sphincter positioning on this guy.
Not that it matters to me.
Oh, and I bought this giant butt plug for nothing.
You were
Yeah,
gonna have
he-
to give it to a dancer now.
He won't be very happy.
Giving him a colonoscopy. We're meant to shrink on this one, right?
Yeah. So when he puts someone will get targeted by something like shortly, and then there'll be a patch that goes down. It's me. So over on the left here. Yeah. So this gastric juice, do not kill the ad.
Okay.
We stand near it, and it's going to minimize us. And then this spit that he's just put down, which is going to have a flower in it, a wolfsbane, we go stand in this. And we get frozen, and he's going to jump and eat us. No. The Black Mage didn't get minied before he did it, so he just got devoured. And now we have to kill the stomachs.
Okay.
While I take the angry ad that turns up and doesn't want us to destroy the stomach horses.
There is only 3 of us in here. There's 4. I think there's 5 of us actually. I think.
Yeah, we should be alright. Just focus the stomachs. Don't worry about the unknown. If I turn my stance on, I might be able to hold the unknowns aggro better. Okay, good, Alex. Yeah. Definitely not an ex-Savage Raider at all, knowing about stance toggling or anything.
Of course not.
Yep.
We did it.
Yep, we've done our bit. Now it's for Group C to do the chains, and then we kill this girl.
Wow. Did.
And this is a pro Group C player because he's holding the chains until the last moment to get maximum damage in.
No. The tail.
Yep. Also, if the boss turns away from the tank, don't be in front of where they are because he's going to pounce you. And not in a good way.
Oh, I see. In the Snoo Molly way.
Oh, you're used to it then.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that a good thing?
No.
Well, here it comes.
Yeah, you've not heard them. Have you had your government-mandated morning for the day yet, Marks?
They were running late to work today, so I got to avoid it.
You were lucky.
You have that to look forward to.
Oh boy. Done.
Yep, they'll go down.
I really like the appearance of the armor stuff from this place.
Yeah. This one is nice.
Oh, cloud of darkness. What's the game plan?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just waiting for my tank.
Just whenever she moves, don't be right in front of her.
Yeah, I'm ready.
When she casts clouds, we'll just kill the clouds. And then she'll go untargetable, and we just need to be in an area to kill an ad, because we get locked into a zone. Otherwise, the other mechanics are fairly straightforward.
You say that, but it feels like it's easy to fuck up.
It can be. Just don't be in front of her here. Just right in front. To the sides is fine. For lasers.
Laser.
Some people were in right in front.
Yeah, Black Mage, they don't move. There's tank stuff and then...
Come over here. I need to heal you.
Get over here.
Pretty much. I need you alive,
Oh, yeah.
Black
Those
Mage.
meteors need to be tanked by one person at least.
I bet that black. Oh,
Okay,
what's
now it's the clouds.
what's
We have to
the-
kill the clouds.
What's the
Clouds.
Tron? Yeah, I bet that Black Mage was not happy with me rescuing him.
They normally are not.
They served them right.
I can speak as a former Black Mage main. You rescue me, I will be sat here saying some very unpleasant things about you and possibly your mother.
One thing I'm curious about, does my AoE heals affect the groups A and C? Or
No.
only group B? Only group B?
Only group B, yeah.
Alright,
And
good to know.
there are certain abilities as well. So you can, there are certain single target heals you can cast on them by
Ow.
manually selecting them.
Yep.
But certain abilities, even if you manually select them, they won't. Go in one of the squares. And then watch out for the face when she comes back. Ah, it's there. She's right behind me.
Yeah,
The last place I looked.
I was just panning the camera.
Yeah, it's almost a limit break again, unless we could them.
You already had
On this bit.
Red Mage.
It was a red mage, yes. My eyes.
Flashbang!
I swear it's more damaging to the party than it is to the boss.
We did.
Yeah, jobs are good.
And I leveled up. Again. God damn it. Trying to pass on all this goddamn loot.
I don't think you got it, Ronzi.
What, the Path of Darkness? No, I did.
You did? Oh,
Yep, he did.
Ah, nice.
congrats.
Apparently, we're still waiting. There we go. Faded copy of Hunger.
Oh, interesting. I got some cards.
Yep.
Got the Onion Knight.
I didn't get Onion Knight, but I got another copy of the Cloud of Darkness, which I can go and sell.
Look at me, level 53.
Well, that's that. I'm not going to have time to go into the tower.
Nope.
Then do one MSQ then.
Yeah. Do you want to switch up roles? Oh, main scenario quest. No, I'd probably end so I can get some sleep.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're still hoping I can participate next week.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully you manage to get everything sorted very, very quickly.
Hoping so too.
Do you wanna go? Yeah, this was fine.
Well, I'm glad you got the Rising done at least, Ronzi.
Yeah, before it ended. I was meaning to do it on stream, so...
Trying to remember what the next one's likely to be.
Well, what? We're in September now. Do they do one a month or no?
It's kind of depends upon what's going on. I imagine Halloween will probably be the next one.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be Halloween,
Yeah.
seeing as it's October next month.
Oh, wild. This quest is taking me to the Golden Saucer.
All right, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you can remember, if you've enjoyed your time here, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, maybe leaving a like and a comment. As this is a first-time playthrough, though, any plot points that I may or may not have encountered, please do just tag it at the beginning with spoiler if that's what you want to talk about in those comments below, so I can use my own discretion if I'm going to read through them. Of course, you will all still receive a comment in kind. There's the lore objects merged, or there is my throne list if you want to help me out that way. There is the link for the fitness units and game Quell and Shardfall. So if you want to use that link, which is unique for me, you can get $40 or equivalent off your purchase. And for full disclosure, I do get a small kickback if you do use my link. There'll be a link down below as well for Mr. Mox's channel, so if you're interested in some variety content that he brings to the table, go and click his link and give him a follow. He'll appreciate it, and so will I.
If you go and give me a follow right now, I can promise you I will tell you to go fuck off. Guarantee, in fact.
He won't be live, so he won't know. But Mox, Shin, Smiley, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I do appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome. Somebody's got to keep you from fishing.
No one keeps me from fishing.
Gotta avoid them fishing scams.
Indeed. And on that note, YouTube, stay safe in this broken masquerade.